So we're back after taking Betty out this morning, and I'm glad I took her out early because it's absolutely scorching already. Good news is Mrs. C has managed to get all the equipment in the back of her car, so I don't have to go and make a trip and pick anything up. Bonus. So that means I'll be able to get out on my bike, whichever one I decide to go on, and don't have to run around picking stuff up this morning. So that's cool. Good news. Good start to the day. Just had a bit of breakfast, porridge as usual, even in the heat. So I was talking the other day about 5 benefits of good sleep, quality sleep. So I'm going to do a video now of the 5 benefits of sleep for, well, I guess it's people in general, but I guess this one could be geared towards triathletes, multisport athletes, athletes in general. What are the benefits for those sorts of people? But before you get into that, you've got to have some decent sleep hygiene. Now, you've probably heard that bandied around. What is good hygiene? And it's probably to do with your mindset, your setup in the bedroom, set up before you go to bed, types of things that you can do. So for me personally, I try and get to bed the same time every night. So 10 o'clock, me and Mrs. C, that's it, we're done. Make our way up to the bedroom, and I'll read for half an hour. Mrs. C will just relax while I'm reading, and then the lights will go off between 10:30 and 11:15. So that's consistency every night. That's pretty much what we do. So that gets you into a circadian rhythm. So your body is getting used to going to bed that time of night and waking up. We usually wake up 6:30, 7 o'clock naturally, unless Betty comes along and bangs her tail on the wardrobe or she needs something and she wakes us up. But generally, naturally, we don't need any alarm clocks or anything. We just wake up naturally, and we've generally had between 7 and 8 hours sleep a night, which is spot on. And you just feel so refreshed after it, and it just helps you through the day. So consistency and getting into that circadian rhythm is quite important. We don't have any phones in the bedroom. Phones stay outside charging. Like I say, I'll read a book before I go to bed, so your bodies and your mind and everything else is just winding down before you actually try and go to sleep. We've got dark curtains, makes the room, blackout curtains, so it makes the room really, really dark, which is a bonus. That really helps. Also, temperature's quite cool, so like now in the middle of summer when it's really, really warm, still at night time, we have the windows open and try and keep the room as cool as possible. The duvet comes off and we just have a sheet over the top, so we're not too warm in the night. I think it's all those little things, isn't it, that really help you just switch off, relax. The other thing is, if I really do struggle and my mind's playing tricks on me, or I'm thinking about stuff that's gone on, which happens occasionally, and you really struggle to get to sleep and you can be lying awake for ages, I use a breathing method, which is breathing in for 4, holding for 2, breathing out through your mouth for 4, and continue breathing out through your nose for another 4. So that's 8 breathing out. And I do that 3 times, and then I just focus on my breathing in and out. And that usually gets me to drift off. I don't know why it works or how it works, but I picked that up on a podcast, and that seems to do the trick for me. So you might want to give that a go if you're struggling to sleep. Some people say if you can not exercise 2 hours before you go to sleep, that helps. Also, you could take a warm bath or a warm shower. That'll help you relax. Limit caffeine and alcohol. I generally, I don't drink alcohol at all, so that's not a problem. But I know that when I did, that I didn't have as decent a night's sleep as when I didn't. So alcohol really does affect your sleeping. Caffeine, don't have coffee after 12 o'clock usually. Sometimes might have an affogato in the afternoon, but generally no caffeine. And again, eating late, that's the other one. So try not to eat a few hours before you go to sleep. I think have an earlyish tea if you can. I mean, that helps not just from a sleeping point of view, but from a physiological point of view. If your body's got a big meal to digest and sort out during the middle of the night, that's taking it away from helping it do all the other things to process. So those are a few things that I implement before I go to sleep. So reading, no phones, no blue light, blackout curtains, light duvet over the top, window open if it's warm, no alcohol, limit caffeine, no big meal. What else did I miss? Anything else? Reading, yeah, and breathing. So there's 10 things you can look at. Dead simple to implement. Right, so let's get into 5 benefits of good quality sleep for triathletes and duathletes and aquathletes and people who do the aqua bike, multisport athletes and just athletes in general. Let's get into it. So number 1 of the benefits of good sleep for athletes in general, it's going to give you better improved recovery and muscle repair. So during sleep, your body releases the growth hormones, and that helps you repair muscles that you've broken down during training or even if you've been racing. As we all know, that when we're stressing the body, we get little micro tears in our muscles, and these get repaired during sleep. And also it reduces inflammation after a tough training session. Try saying that, or a race. So yeah, number 1 is improved recovery and muscle repair. Number 2, enhanced performance. So if you're well rested, and it has been shown that you'll have faster reaction times, you'll have better endurance, and you'll be focused a lot better, which will really help in transitions. So if you're coming into transition off the swim in a triathlete's case, and you're looking for your bike, you'll be dialed in, you'll be nailed as to where that bike is, you'll be more focused in what you're doing. And also that may help in pacing overall 3 disciplines, and you'll be more focused as to what you're actually doing within the race. So number 2 is enhanced performance. So number 3 is better mental resilience. So if you get a decent quality amount of sleep, then it'll improve your mood, it'll reduce your stress, and it'll help manage potentially pre-race nerves. Pre-race nerves are a good thing, I think, to have, as long as they don't just freeze you on the day. Everybody has them, and I think it's how you deal with them, but that's a separate story. But I think a better mental resilience after having good sleep is the key for staying motivated, especially through long phases of your training as well. You know, if you're up for it every day training, which you need to be if you're doing some serious events, you need to be mentally resilient, and sleep helps you do that. So number 3, better mental resilience. Number 4, stronger immune system. So quality sleep strengthens your immune system, which lowers the risk of you getting ill, which could derail your training, I suppose. If you're not feeling very well, you've got to take some time off away from your block of training, and it could even force you to miss a race, to be fair. So getting some really decent sleep consistently, it'll build up that immune function in your body. So number 4 is a stronger immune system. And finally, number 5, optimised training gains. So if you're getting decent sleep and you're rested and you've got a great immune system and all the other things that we've listed so far, good quality sleep allows your body to adapt properly to training. Good sleep ensures maximum return on training effort because you've got the energy there to do it. It helps you absorb your fitness and avoid plateauing. So getting decent sleep consistently over weeks and months and years really will optimise your training gains. So that's it. That's 5 benefits of getting good quality sleep. It's not exhaustive as these things are. There's absolutely loads of other benefits of getting a decent night's sleep. One thing that was brought up within there was sleep quality before a race, and this came up when we were over in Pamplona, and somebody was saying, I never sleep very well before a race. But I think the point is that's fine. So what you really need to do is, and this is what I try and do, is accrue really decent sleep up to race night. So you've got it in the bank already. You've had 5 or 6 nights of quality long sleep, and then it doesn't really matter if you don't get a great night's sleep the night before a race. I never particularly do. I'm always like in and out of sleep on race evening. So that's just the way it is, and I think most people will probably be like that because things are going round in your head about the race and everything else. So yeah, if you can bank that amount of sleep the week before, that's really going to help you on race night to counterbalance the lack of sleep you may get. So yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at that point. Anyway, that's the end of that. I hope you enjoy that. I hope it's helped. I hope it gives you food for thought about your sleep. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you use, any metrics or anything else that you can help with sleep hygiene to benefit you, because I'm always looking for hints and tips to improve my own sleep. So let me know in the comments below what you do. And get some good sleep and just improve your lifestyle in general. That's my advice. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to give our podcast a listen, as I always say, either on this channel or on your favourite streaming platform. And thank you for watching this. And we'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay safe, keep training, and love the process.